What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Black Bullet episode 12. And this episode right here, it was so freaking good. I love how it set up the finale of the series because that right there was impressive. I am definitely hyped right now for episode 13. And because of the ending that we got this week, I definitely know that next week it's going to be some major stuff going down. Because now we have this former guy that was the leader of the guards that protected Sentishi. They have now gone behind everybody back, and they are now throwing out those batteries that I do believe that are supposed to be used to like power up that bomb that would take out the Oberon. So obviously they are doing all this just to take down Rentaro, and it's crazy how far they will go because they don't realize that if they sabotage Rentaro, then they're gonna die as well because the gas shield is gonna kill them all. So what they're going to do is definitely it will come back to bite them, but I do hope that they can get in that water and save those batteries because obviously they need them. But the episode itself, when it started off, it definitely got me hype. I freaking love that beginning because we have Kagitane, Kohina, and Rentaro. They have now found the Gastria that can use the Spear of Light, and we see now they're able with the Oberon and all of these other Gastria as well. And so of course we actually learned that Rentaro was going to actually use these like plastic bombs to take it out. But because his backpack had got washed on the river, he had to go in there and use his fist, and sadly his power wouldn't be enough. And even Kagitane actually wanted to fight that as well, and he actually planned on taking care of it. But because neither one of them had the power to do it alone, they had to fight together, and that right there I freaking loved. I got so freaking hyped when I saw their attacks. And Kagitane's, I definitely like his fighting style. For some reason, his attacks, they always get me so freaking hyped, and I don't know why. But we see that they definitely, took out that Gastria, as we saw that when they did do it, they actually I believe they attacked his stomach, and we just saw like all of this like liquid pouring out of it, and eventually died. But because they took that one out, it had awakened the Oberon, and the Oberon here is the one that is controlling the other Gastria. So I'm guessing that it had them all get up. It had them all get up and move now, and we see that when they were all trying to get away, we have Rentaro here, whose old wound actually had reopened, and that right there, it kind of weakened him in a moment. He was almost taken out, but luckily we have Kohina coming in there and saving him. So that right there was like definitely nice. So obviously they had to get away with all these gas troops were like on their tail. But luckily they hid behind this waterfall, and that right there, it saved them. And so now we have Rentaro. He realizes that because they are safe for now, and the Gastria have left their previous location, their nest, then obviously they have gone back to the battlefield. And so now we have Rentaro running to this cliff, and we see now that battle is definitely going on, and it's not looking that good. But we see that he contacts Senteshi, and he tells her that he took out the Gastria that can use the Spear of Light, and that right there, gave them the A-OK to take out or to use the air support, and it did seem to be working. But of course, the Oberon, it can use the Gastria to make them obey its will. And it had all these flying Gastrias, attack the jets. And we see now that the jets, when it did explode and crash, it actually hit the Oberon. And we see now that it actually lost its head. And, for a moment there, I actually forgot that it was immortal. But then we have Rentaro, thinking back about what Gato said. And we now see, like, these pores, like, I guess you can say, we see them opening up, and we see like this steam coming out of his body, and that right there, was like healing his wounds. And so that right there goes to show you that this Oberon, it can pretty much, wipe out all humanity if they don't take this out, because they can't kill it, and his body is pretty freaking tough. So obviously they need some way to like deal with that. And so now because of the Oberon still alive, we have Rentaro here. He, of course, he can't fight it because he can't kill it. But now we see that he actually, returns to camp, and we see that Inju, runs him immediately, and now we have Inju who's like kind of upset right now because Rentaro did leave, but even after he apologized, it was kind of funny, when she bit into his arm, because that right there is the one that was actually hurt. But now we go to Kisara, who now appears, and she was glad as well. But then we get hit with like this shocking news that Gato had actually been killed in battle. And I do wish that we could have saw his death, but to be honest, it doesn't matter. I could just wish that, but it doesn't mean that I exactly had to see it. But now that he's dead, the leader now is the one with the highest ranking, and because of what Rentaro did for Senteshi now, that right there makes him a leader, and that right there gives him so much freaking power, and I liked it a lot. And so now we have Rentaro. He's taking control, obviously, but first we see that he actually goes to where Gato is, and we see all these corpses there, and we see that he looked at them, and of course he looked at Gato, and he said that he didn't hate him, and that right there did surprise me somewhat. But overall, Rentaro is not that kind of guy, because his grudge is with the Gastria, not his fellow humans. And so now we have him, taking control, and we see that he's wearing, he's like wearing Gato's old robe. And so now when he tells everybody that he's in control, we have them all, kind of like not really feeling that. And I also forgot to mention that I also forgot that we have Kakitani as well. He has showed up for some reason, and of course people didn't like that. So we have Rentaro going out there, and obviously he's wondering why would he show up now. And we actually learned that it was Kakitani that had killed that guy that we saw like an episode or two ago wearing all that armor. And that right there, I found pretty freaking shocking that he was like around back then. But it actually does make sense, because all of these guys were civil officers, so it would be kind of weird if it was if it was someone besides Kakitane, now that we know that he is back. But the main reason why he came back, it was because he had wanted to see how well of a leader Rentaro can be. And now we have Shoma appearing, and when Rentaro asked him about Midori, we actually learned that right now she's like very sick, because we actually learned that she tried to protect a civil officer that she didn't know, and some gastry, I believe it was the Oberon, it had released this like neurotoxin that had stole her movement, and that right there allowed it to inject the virus into her body continuously till Shoma has saved her. And so now we have Rentaro going to the room where she's staying, and we see now that she actually asked Rentaro to like grab her finger of hers, and at first he touches her middle finger, but she thinks that it's her thumb, and so Rentaro lets that go. And he takes hold of her thumb as well. And so now, she's like, open her eyes. And she asked him if he cheated. But we all know that he did. But he actually ends up denying that. And that right there, it was nice of him. But now we have now we go back to like this flashback of where they were first talking and where Rentaro learned what happened. We have Kagitane saying that Rentaro, to just kill her. And that right there, it would definitely be messed up. And we see now that at one point he actually did consider that, because we saw that he was focusing on his gun. And Midori actually brought up, a very good point about Kisara, about how like apparently she could smell the destruction in Kisara, and she was saying that she is very easily influenced by darkness. And I definitely kind of picked up that vibe from where we saw her in last episode, where she looked so much darker after she had read that report. So I definitely agree with what Midori says. And now we have Midori saying that she had to use the bathroom, and she told me, and she asked Rentaro if he'll follow her, which of course he denied. But she was saying that she might take a while, and so Rentaro, being kind of like an idiot at that moment, he didn't realize what she was really up to, and that right there, that would allow her to escape, because she actually ran away. And so now we have everybody looking for her, and it's actually Shoma who finds her first. And when Rotaro finds her, you just see this like shocking look on her face, and I knew it, and it still hit me in the feels because Midori took her life. And that right there, I freaking hate it because I actually like Midori. She's probably one of my top girls, like probably right between well, overall, like Tina is definitely my favorite Kurt child, but Midori is definitely up there. And I was so freaking sad to see her go because, like I said, I did like her. I definitely want her to be around, and so her death was definitely impactful, and it definitely makes you sad. And so now we have Shoma here saying to Rentaro to tell everybody that he just ran away because obviously this right here it'll just be like way too hurtful. But then you see Shoma as well. He'll start breaking down, and it's great to see this emotion out of this character because he does seem kind of like the guy that just bottled everything in. But I am glad to see they actually does break down. And so now we see that him and Midori, they only became partners to end their loneliness because both of them they were like abandoned and alone. And we actually learned that Shoma never quit that school where he learned martial arts, but it was because he was excommunicated because he actually modified one of their techniques to actually explode an opponent's body from the inside, because we saw him do that to the Garashria, but their master didn't like that, and that is why Shoma had to go away. And so now we have Shoma here, telling Rentaro to like not feel like to not really feel sad, but the promise that he'll kill the Oberon. And that would kind of give him the motivation, and that is where we have coming in there saying like coming in there now wearing Gato old robe, telling everybody that he's a leader. And so of course people didn't like that. We had them all kind of like rioting, but Rentaro was not playing around, and he got pretty serious as we saw that he actually like attack one of the civil officers, and that right there it was a bit extreme, but it definitely paid off. And now we have this other guy telling his own Kurt child to kill Rentaro, and we see now that when she shot him, we have Kagitana here, making a barrier to protect him, and we have Kohina, like threatening that girl, to kill her, and that right there was like freaking awesome. Kagitana is definitely a good villain, but I have no problem with him being a bad guy. That right there was like freaking awesome. And so now we have Kisara. She goes to Rentaro, telling him that he was going a bit extreme, but he says that he has to. He had to make them all fear him, because if he doesn't, then they'll all just fear the Garashia, and they will lose the will to fight. And that right there, like Kisara did understand that, but she did not want everybody to hate and curse him. And Rentaro was saying that he had no need for anyone, at least not now. And that right there, it definitely hurt Kisara. But I am glad that, she is staying by him, because she was saying that even if the whole world turned against him, she would still be at his side. And that right there, it was definitely, a rather cute scene. But then we have Gato, former Kershaw partner. She comes in there, and she was saying that, that Gato would have done things much differently, because Rentaro actions weren't one line of a dictator. And that right there, she like definitely had a point. But now we have Rentaro talking badly about Gato, and that right there, kind of got the world, kind of like worked up. And she was actually going to attack Rentaro, but luckily, someone was there and he stopped her. And so now, because both of them, have lost their partners, we have them teaming up. And even though it might be for a short while, I am definitely liking this. That right there was awesome, because I really want to see this Kurt child in action, because if she will like partner with Gato, then she has to have a ton of potential. But now we have now we have Midori. She has now she has now come there because Rentaro hired her as a tactician. And so now we learn that she actually made this like very special bomb. I forgot his real name, but it's either called EP or EK for for short. And this bomb here, it can definitely kill the Oberon, but there's a catch though. It will only work if it's inside his body. So right now they have to find a way to pierce his hard shell and throw the bomb in there so that it'll be in his body when it regenerates. And so Motaro was saying that they didn't have a weapon like that, but it turns out that they actually do, and that weapon is Rentaro himself, because because we all know that most of his body is actually made from that very special metal, so it is possible for him to do that. And so now that we know that this plan here come down to Rentaro, we see now that they actually pick out the final battlefield. And it's where everybody it's where Rentaro and Kisara is where they had took those cursed children, and so now we see when they're there. Of course, that right there kind of brings back these bad memories to Enju, and Rentaro like, even though he had goofed up because he was saying that he wasn't thinking, so obviously it made sense for this place to kind of like bother Enju. But like after a while, she did cheer up. But I definitely felt bad for her, because these cursed children, they just want a place in the world, and yet they can't get that. So it like definitely sucks. And so now we have all our characters or teams I should say together, and we have Kisara. And we have Rentaro and Enju. They're the king. We have Tina and Kisara. They're the queen. We have the other guy, I forgot his name, but him and the spider chick, they are the what were they? They were the bishop, I think. No, they were the jack. We have Shoma and the other girl, they're the ace, and we finally have Kakitane and Kohina. They're actually the Joker, and I was surprised that Kagitane and Kohina, they were like Rentaro's final team, that he would want to join them. That right there was surprising, because it's kind of like he knew that Kagitane was out there alive, or maybe he thought, or maybe he had thought that when he found out that Kagitane was still alive, but I'm not really sure. But now we have a final battle. It's like it's almost here. But then at the end, like I said at the beginning of my review, like now we have the guys kind of like throwing in those batteries, which I do believe goes to the bomb, but it might not, because it seems like they got threw in a lot of crates in there, so maybe that battery doesn't exactly go there, but I'm not really sure. But I just know that guy is being an idiot by trying to sabotage Rentaro so badly. But overall, this episode, like I said, it was really good. I'll probably give it maybe an 8 out of 10, because it was definitely a good setup for the final episode. But as always, I would love to hear what you guys thought about it, so please leave me some comments as well. But as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because that really helps me out. And you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.